TV 18.
Right now, only on Extra.
Women are fantastic in their 40s.
Especially these 40-year-olds who Extra caught on video posing nude for a very special edition of Playboy.
I saw my father destroy himself.
Hear what Baywatch stud David Charvet revealed only to Extra about his dark and painful past.
You may say I'm a dreamer.
The bitter feud between Beatles' John Lennon and Paul McCartney finally revealed. Extra has John's exact words the day he told Paul and his wife Linda to bug off. Plus, DeVito, Douglas.
I like Extra.
Siegfried and Roy on Extra for November 4th, 1994.
Do I get paid for this?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Extra. I'm Dave Neiman.
And I'm Arthel Neville. It's been almost 25 years, and Beatles fans have never gotten over it. And today, the feud between John Lennon and Paul McCartney is making headlines again. Extra now has the very explicit and angry letter John wrote to Paul, proving how bitter their breakup truly was.
Got no kick against modern jazz, unless they try to play it too down fast.
Their music defined rock and roll. And while we were twisting and shouting, John and Paul were fighting. In 1969, John was with Yoko. Paul's girl was Linda. Paul wanted to play pop music. John wanted to experiment. And that was the beginning of the end of the Fab Four. Shortly after the breakup in 1970, John wrote a scathing letter to Paul and Linda. It was in response to Linda's criticism of John's blunt interviews with the press. John wrote,
I hope you realize the you and the rest of my kind and unselfish friends laid on Yoko and me.
Lennon went on.
Linda, if you don't care what I say, shut up. I'll forgive Paul for encouraging the Beatles if he forgives me for same. For being honest with me and caring too much. Hell, Linda, you're not writing for Beatle book.
Imagine all the people.
It wasn't our imagination. We knew the world's most famous partners were feuding. And now BAM Magazine's Bill Holtship says this letter is proof.
Well, over the past several years, Paul has really downplayed it, but in the letter you can see how furious John was. And the thing that's really interesting is that a lot of John's venom is directed towards Linda, even more than it is towards Paul.
They couldn't let it be. John wrote in his letter to Paul,
Of course we change the world, but try to follow it through. Get off your gold disc and fly.
Now, John signed his letter, love to you both from us too. Next month, it'll go on the auction block, and it could get $60,000.
It is the talk of the nation. Susan Smith begged us on national TV to help find her two carjacked sons. Then the shocking truth, broadcast live all over the world. Susan Smith confessed to murdering her babies.
Susan Smith has been arrested and will be charged with 2 counts of murder in connection with the deaths of her children.
It was a devastating and emotional end to the story that captivated the country and the world on television. Today, for the army of reporters who've been camped out in Union, South Carolina, they watched the mother accused of murdering her 2 children as she was transferred in and out of court. But they can barely believe it's happening.
Hearing the official word was like a slap in the face for the people of the town and even for the media, because you can't help but become personally involved when you have 2 kids out there.
NBC veteran reporter Bob Dotson was one of the first on the scene more than a week ago.
I'm a feature guy. I like to write good people stories, but the more I got to thinking about this, if I'd started on her angle a little earlier and asked some tougher questions a little earlier, I'd been different.
The story was almost too awful to believe. A mother says her 2 young sons were ripped from her arms by a carjacker who drove off, taking with him her precious babies.
I want to say to my babies, that your mama loves you so much.
Susan Smith used the news media to plead for her boys' return.
The nationwide search for 2 small children, 14-month-old Alex and 3-year-old Michael Smith, continues this morning. Did he tell you why he was taking the children?
No, sir, he did not. There was very little communication at all.
Cynical reporters who have lived through everything are sucked in by the heart-wrenching story, only to join the country in a collective gasp as yesterday the truth is revealed.
2 bodies were found in the vehicle's back seat. I've never been in a story like that. where it touches such raw, basic human emotions.
Prosecutors say they still have not decided whether to seek the death penalty in this tragic case.
Bad boy Mickey Rourke apparently went berserk last night in New York. It's time to get you plugged into the hottest news from Inside Entertainment. Mickey Rourke was kicked out of his $5,000 a night suite in New York's Plaza Hotel yesterday for completely trashing the place, according to New York's Daily News. As Extra reported yesterday, Rourke's estranged wife, model Carrie Otis, fears his temper and wants the actor banned from her runway shows. But the hothead told Extra he doesn't hold any grudges against Otis.
It's not her fault. It's the people that's surrounding her. And I don't blame her. I don't blame her. I don't blame her at all, yeah.
The upcoming issue of People magazine, featuring John Travolta and Kelly Preston on the cover, contains exclusive excerpts from Diana, Her New Life. The new book tattles on the palace for thinking Diana was out of control. It also hints Diana's obsessed over Prince Charles's every move around secret love Camilla Parker Bowles. The sequel, like the first book, is told from Diana's point of view. And now you're plugged in for November 4th.
Whitney Houston today invaded South Africa and the dirt went flying. Young children joined together in song today as they welcomed Whitney Houston to South Africa.
I'll say whatever you want.
Our extra cameras followed Whitney as she hugged a couple of young admirers. Then, in a show of solidarity, Whitney picked up a shovel and planted a tree in the soil of this newly unified country.
When I was a girl growing up in America, Africa was a place on a map. Today, it is a place in my heart.
Houston will give 3 historical concerts, including one in the city of Johannesburg that will be televised on HBO November 12th.
I'd like to remind you all to come to the shows, because we're going to have a great time. And I thank you all for having me. Thank you so much.
Whitney is following in the footsteps of other high-profile artists like Paul Simon, who in 1992 showed support for the anti-apartheid movement by touring the country. Preparations are already underway for Whitney's Johannesburg show, where thousands of free South Africans will get a once-in-a-lifetime treat. Whitney says in 1988 she sang in honor of Nelson Mandela, a prison inmate. Now she sings in honor of Nelson Mandela, elected president of a free South Africa.
Well, Whitney hasn't hit the big 4-0 just yet, but wait till you see with the 40-year-old women who posed for Playboy. You'll see exactly why these women are proud of their bodies and aren't at all afraid to show them off.
David Charvet isn't afraid to reveal his bod on Baywatch, and in one of the most revealing interviews a star has ever given, he told Extra the incredible story of how he brought his father back from death.
Plus, Extra was next to Michael Douglas, Timothy Dalton, and Val Kilmer last night, and you'll see what happened when those big stars got into the same city at the same time.
The temperature of your mouth, a steamy 98.6 degrees. The temperature of a winter fresh mouth. Introducing new winter fresh gum from Wrigley's. Oh, yeah. That lasts, and lasts, and lasts. We can't wait for your reaction. Try new Winter Fresh Gum for icy cool breath that lasts.
Have you seen this negative ad? It was cooked up by a party boss who says lying is part of his job. He calls it disinformation. This same boss cut a deal with Jim Smith to quit the governor's race and run for ag commissioner. The Orlando Sentinel calls the deal a smelly political game and says the whole episode smacks of unsavory backroom deals. These candidates are different. They don't make deals, and they aren't owned by party bosses. November 8th, let's send the party bosses a message. No deals.
Dateline, October 1994. Headline, State of Florida New Car Dependability Survey ranks Oldsmobile #1. After sorting through thousands of independent surveys, Oldsmobile is rated the most dependable car company over all import and domestic makes. Drive a new 88 Royale by Oldsmobile, including dual airbags, anti-lock brakes, power driver's seat, and more for only $20,995. Dependability. It's Oldsmobile. It's your money at your Greater Orlando Oldsmobile dealer.
We asked women, which looks like the leading cough syrup?
This one coats better.
This one's thinner.
It looks watery.
This one that coats. It's the leading syrup, right?
No, it's Vicks Formula 44. It doesn't just look different and feel better going down. What really matters is that it has maximum strength cough suppressant, and the leading syrup doesn't.
So why take that?
When there's this? Vicks Formula 44. The better coating, better feeling cough relieving medicine.
Like cheese? You're gonna love new Pop Secret cheese-flavored popcorn. Each bagful is bursting with so much rich, cheesy taste, you know cheese lovers are gonna come scurrying. New Pop Secret cheese-flavored popcorn, so irresistibly cheesy, you can't keep it a secret.
Leave your lights on. New Lights by LA Gear.
Some major partying in the Big Apple, and Extra caught up with Michael Douglas right in the middle of all of it. He was in good company when our Celebrity Traffic Patrol pulled him over. Michael Douglas and wife Deandra were at New York's Tavern on the Green to help bring in the green at the 10th annual Rita Hayworth Gala to benefit the Alzheimer's Association. Deandra chaired the event.
This is my wife's evening, and I'm very, very proud of her and the extraordinary job she's done and how much money that they've raised. I'm learning most of my producing skills in my old age from Deandra.
The gala raised more than $1 million. Our Celebrity Traffic Patrol then headed to Lincoln Center for the premiere of Scarlett, the TV miniseries sequel to Gone with the Wind. Arriving with husband Val Kilmer was Scarlett herself, Joanne Wally Kilmer.
I had a great time. It's a wonderful role, and so I just had a lot of fun with it.
Timothy Dalton is the new Red Butler.
Well, I just tried my best.
Billy Idol, Jacqueline Bisset, and David Caruso were among the celebrities at the LA premiere of French filmmaker Luc Besson's new movie, The Professional. So was Baywatch heartthrob David Charvet, who gets a celebrity traffic citation for being extra nice.
Extra! My favorite guys, are you kidding?
And that's today's Celebrity Traffic Report.
Well, thanks a lot, David. Now, of course, David Charvet plays a happy-go-lucky lifeguard on Baywatch, but now, in a very personal and intimate interview, you'll hear about a time in David's life when there was only one person he desperately had to rescue, his father. It's a dark past that looms over David Charvet. We know him as Matt Brody, the sexy, muscular lifeguard on the world's most popular TV show, Baywatch. He's handsome and successful, but this young star once lived a tragic life.
My father went into the hospital because of a drug problem that he had. He was doing cocaine and alcohol. I saw my father destroy himself.
His father is Paul Guez, the marketing genius behind Sasson jeans in the 70s and early 80s. Guez was a heavy coke user for some 8 years.
I remember on the weekends, I was crying because I wanted to stop, and it was very, very difficult.
I used to hide in the backyard, and I used to look at my father using. And it hurt me a lot, you know, because I couldn't believe it was like my own father.
He was only in his teens, and David was fearing the worst, that the drugs would kill his father. In the backyard of the family's Beverly Hills home, father and son told Extra about the time in 1986 when David acted on his fears.
I saw my father pack some cocaine in a bag, and I saw him do it, and I saw him put it in the trunk, and I took the cocaine out and threw it away. And he went to get the cocaine, and it was there. And he looked at me, and he knew that I took the cocaine, but what is he gonna say? And I said, well, what are you looking for? And he goes, nothing.
The nightmare ended for David and his dad in 1988 when Paul checked himself into a hospital. He's been clean and sober ever since. Paul's struggle with drugs has been David's motivation.
Hi, I'm David Charvet from the hit TV show Baywatch. You probably heard of the DARE program.
In his spare time, he promotes the DARE program and speaks to teenage students about the dangers of drug abuse.
My dad drank up to 48 beers a day and did cocaine.
Today, father and son are closer than ever.
There's not a perfect dad and there's not a perfect son. And one thing that he gave me is that to never quit and to always, you know, go for your dreams Because if you don't go for your dreams and you lose your perspective, that's when you die.
Here's some extra information about David Charvet. His hobbies are eating and cooking and going to the movies. He has a steady girlfriend, but he used to live with Baywatch co-star Pam Anderson. And in the future, he says he'd like to do movies and go to college.
Well, not only do we give you extra information, we also give you double coverage. Coming up, our extra twins have Danny DeVito seeing double.
This might be a long night.
You'll see what happened when Danny tried to teach our twins to act and to interview.
Plus, the great illusionists Siegfried and Roy uncover their most secret inner sanctum and their most incredible possession.
And the great-looking women who say, hey, I'm 40 and I'm going to pose for Playboy no matter what anyone thinks.
We'll be back.
Checkers, the hamburger place that brought you the big quarter-pound award-winning all-beef champ burger, now brings you the most exciting new sandwich in town. Introducing Checkers' new Hickory Smoked Chicken Club. A grilled chicken breast, sizzling strips of bacon, topped with our one-of-a-kind hickory smoke recipe that'll bring you back for more. But hurry, it's only here for a limited time. Checkers' new Hickory Smoked Chicken Club.
You never knew love was so you. You never knew. You never knew there was so much for you. You never knew. You'd love to come home to. So you in style, so you in front, so you in attitude. So you can expect you'll get our best. You never knew that was so you.
I'm sneezing my head off.
I'm sneezing my head off.
Where's my NyQuil? This is some cough.
This is some cough.
If I take this, I could still be up tonight coughing, and I got some rest.
I've got some rest.
Hey, you're really sick. You need children's NyQuil as much as I need grown-up NyQuil.
Vicks, NyQuil and children's NyQuil. The nighttime sniffling, sneezing, coughing, stuffy head so you and your child can rest medicine.
While all his opponent offers is more of the same, bigger government and higher taxes, he's traveled the length and breadth of Florida, talking, listening, offering new ideas and a new plan to give Florida a fresh start, to make criminals work and serve at least 85% of their sentences, to give people the right to vote on taxes. Your vote can turn things around. The hope we need, the change we deserve. Jeb Bush for governor.
This is today's extra time scan for November 4th. In 1972, I Can See Clearly Now by Johnny Nash held Billboard's top spot. In 1987, moviegoers' obsession with Fatal Attraction made the thriller #1 at the box office. And scanning tomorrow's birthdays, Tatum O'Neal turns 31.
Well, Danny DeVito's new movie is all about a birthday. In Junior, due later this month, DeVito plays a doctor who helps Arnold Schwarzenegger become the world's first pregnant man. Now, the last time the pair teamed up was in the film Twins, so Danny knew what to expect. But the unexpected happened when Danny bumped into our extra twins, Jimmy and David Scholke, at a French film festival.
Wait, let me say action first. Okay,
we got to go to a film festival in France. Yeah, Deauville, France. Welcome to Deauville. Here we are with Extra. And that's when we met Danny DeVito.
Okay, what's your name? Jim. What's your name? Wait, you're Dave.
Right.
He's Jim. Okay, say Dave.
We asked him to do an interview with us. Our first big interview with a star. And guess what? He said yes. Hey, Dave, how do you do an interview? I think we're about to find out.
Action. Yeah, what?
How you doing?
I'm fine. How are you all?
Pretty good.
Good. This doesn't mean I have to answer all the questions twice, does it?
No.
Okay, good.
Okay. Have you ever been in L.A.? I mean, do you live in L.A.?
Well, I mean, yeah, I live in L.A.
Have you seen the Jeep commercial? During the Winter Olympics? Did you watch the Winter Olympics?
Yeah. Oh, that's right, yeah.
Did you see it with a fist this big?
Yeah,
that's us.
Man, hey. So what are you going to do now? You're going to do a show? Is that?
Yeah, it's a new show called Extra. So, Warner Brothers. Called Extra. Is the family out, or?
No, my family, unfortunately, couldn't make the overnight trip to Paris.
Yeah. So,
you know, we're all going to get together right after this little,
great.
You know, visit to Deauville. And my oldest is going into 6th grade, Lucy. She's 11. Gracie's going into 4th grade. She's 9. And Jake is going into first grade. He's 6½.
Wow.
Yeah, it's great.
Goes by fast.
You guys don't have kids, do you?
No. Not yet. Not yet. We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a couple years.
Yeah, okay.
What else, Dave?
What's going on here?
This might be a long night. We're still getting the hang of this interview stuff, but a funny thing happened. Danny started asking us questions. Anything else, Jim?
So where are you guys from?
Actually, Beaumont. Do you know where Beaumont is?
Yeah.
20 miles west of Palm Springs.
Right.
Small little town. Jimmy and I went up against you and Arnold Schwarzenegger in Twins.
You did?
But you guys got the roles. You guys got the part.
Really?
Because you guys look
Well, wait a
more,
minute.
more
Stand
identical.
up a minute. Let's see. Let's take a look at this. Yeah, I could see that.
See what I mean?
Yeah, no,
You
I
see
know.
that?
You guys don't look like brothers. Arnold and I, we look like brothers.
You guys are more identical.
Right,
That's
more
why
identical
that's what the
twins.
casting director
No,
said.
I
He said,
understand.
you know, who do you think's the uglier one out of the
Who
two?
the uglier? This is really too close to call.
Really? Well, we were having fun, but Danny said he had to go. I think we found a friend. Is that
Yeah, Danny says cut all right because he also has talents off the screen. He's the producer of Pulp Fiction.
Siegfried and Roy produced the hottest act in Vegas. Big cats, great costume, lots of incredible illusions. And you'll be able to see it all Sunday on ABC. But now, Extra's Mark Frieden takes you inside their lavish Las Vegas home.
Siegfried and Roy are just two ordinary guys who live an extraordinary life.
Oh, sure, just a couple of ordinary guys who just so happened to have turned a Vegas magic act into a spectacle grossing hundreds of millions of dollars, complete with white and snow white tigers, in all 28 of the rarest animals in the world. And when these cats aren't earning their keep as co-stars, they're the family pets.
They're thinking lunch. They are thinking lunch.
Do you ever get scared? Respect, yes. Afraid, no. Sometimes I should have, but sometimes I also think I have been a tiger before in my life.
I think we civilized the tiger a little more, and by the same time, they made a better person out of me.
And we relate to each other.
Normally, you'd have to travel to Vegas to catch them catting around. But faster than you can say abracadabra, they're coming to television for an ABC special entitled Siegfried and Roy, The Magic, The Mystery.
He forced me to do it. No, I didn't. But, see, we wanted to get personal. We wanted to take the magic beyond the footlights. We wanted to get intimate with our audiences.
Included in the special are rare glimpses inside their private world. This ain't no illusion. This is home, a desert oasis filled with collectibles and gifts from decades of travel.
Okay, you getting the idea that these guys like, you know, simple, understated, not a lot of frills?
Theirs is a unique living and working relationship which has lasted close to 30 years. That's longer than most marriages, and like most marriages, they have their differences.
I think Roy by himself, he would be too much. Well, maybe Siegfried by himself would be too little. So I have to take him down a little bit. He lifts me up, we meet in the middle, and that's the magic.
Ah, no, it's the clash of the titans.
Siegfried and Roy have formed a foundation which breeds endangered tigers in hopes of one day returning them to the wild.
Well, move over, Claudia and Cindy, and make room for Sarah and company. Coming up next on Extra, Playboy's newest beauties. They're 40, fit, and fabulous.
You're looking at an amazing cleanser so powerful, it's actually penetrating this tough stain right before your eyes. This is Soft Scrub Cleanser, the only liquid with scrubbers plus Clorox bleach. Soft Scrub cleans the toughest stains faster and easier than even the leading scouring powder. Soft Scrub with Clorox bleach, the amazing liquid that out-cleans the powder.
Cold sufferers, if your pill's so good, how come it doesn't work 24 hours? Efferdac 24 does. Other pills last 6 hours or 12, but one Efferdac relieves 24 hours. Efferdac keeps cold symptoms from coming back.
Movie popcorn? You can't come in here with that.
Wait, this is light popcorn.
New movie theater Butter Light, the big buttery taste of movie popcorn with no more fat than other lights.
Our mistake. Proceed.
New Red and Butter's Light. It only tastes sinful.
Over the years, some pretty hungry folks have stopped by my place.
The Mega Meal from KFC is back.
I like Mega Meal.
Your choice of chicken, a ton of side dishes, even a whole pie, all just $14.99. And this week, get a Tasma.
Oh, handsome little devil.
Just $1.99 with every Mega Meal. Collect all 4. The Mega Meal from KFC. Enough food to feed your whole family. For one Tasmanian devil.
We're Just for Feet, the world's largest athletic shoe store, and we're running down the price on running shoes. Up to 50% off this week. Avia, Adidas, Nike, Reebok, and many other brands of running shoes. Up to 50% off. Asics Gel 120, Saucony Jazz Classic, New Balance 520, $39.99 is all you pay. $39.99. Brooks, Sonic, or Adidas Tech Super, just $29.99 during the 50% off sale. All running shoes are now on sale, so run to Just for Feet with your 13th pair is free.
You'll taste 7 kinds of fruit in Hawaiian Punch. 7 kinds of fruit in Hawaiian Punch.
Look what's here. Double C Hawaiian Punch. Vitamin C plus calcium. As much calcium as half a serving of milk. So when it comes to nutrition, we're leaps and bounds above ordinary fruit drinks.
Hey, how about a nice Hawaiian Punch?
Sure.
Double C Hawaiian Punch. Packs a healthier punch.
For that one-of-a-kind fruit taste.
Look at this little cutie. Oh, I'm on. Take the kid.
Right now at Buy Low Furniture, you will find the best prices anywhere. Why? Because we need cash now. Due to all the stock ordered for the holidays, here are a few specials. 5-piece tower wood top, $199. Complete pier wall unit, $5.99. Real wood, 6 feet height, only $3.99. Hottest sofa in town, $3.99. That's Buy Low Furniture Showcase.
The models in Playboy magazine are usually 20-something, maybe 30-something.
Well, now Ben Patrick Johnson takes you to a Playboy photo shoot where the women are 40-something and extra sexy.
She's 36, 23, 36, 110 pounds. Hobbies? Singing in a rock and roll band, working out. Oh, and she's 40.
Women are fantastic in their 40s.
Can't touch this.
Playboy decided to celebrate its 40th birthday with a pictorial of women over 40. They found a lot of candidates.
This pictorial drew over 2,000 women. Women who were 40s, women who were in their 50s. We had women who were in their 60s. We even had a woman who was 83 years of age.
The lucky ones were asked in for a test shoot, done with a Polaroid, but without clothes. The toughest part is getting undressed for the first time.
This whole thing's filmed? Oh, God. I'm not going to let go of this chair. Just makes you wish you'd been working out, like, every single day for 8 hours a day.
Sarah Fleetwood made the Polaroid cut. A former model, she's no stranger to the spotlight as ex-wife of drummer Mick Fleetwood. 2 hours of makeup later, she's ready to pick out what she's going to wear for the shoot.
I've always wanted to be in Playboy, but I was too shy. Now I'm much more confident and much more at ease, so I'm having a good time.
Yeah, wow, nice. Actually, do your lips again. Yeah. A lot of work, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't need to go to Gold's today.
With these women that are 40 and over, they seem much more at ease at the camera than most girls.
I think every woman would secretly, although some would say they wouldn't, would like to have their picture in Playboy.
I think what's great about this happening is that maybe they'll start looking at women differently. That you don't have to just curl up and die after 40. You know, that you can be beautiful and that you can look great.
Well, you can see the layout in February's Playboy, and that's going to do it for Extra today. I'm Dave Neiman.
And I'm Marcel Neville. We'll talk to you later.